Okay, so this is my homegirl, the Sovereign Woman. She has a video out right now called The Real Reason a Man Leaves a Woman After She Built Him Up. Right now, she is being shadow banned, so I'm just pushing her video out. I'm not going to give it away. But I will say that in this video, she used this post that she shared on one of her social media saying, honest question, how come men don't go to other men for help? Why is it always a woman? Girlfriend, mama, baby mama, situationship, sister, granny, aunt. Why not a man? And this man, Greg, actually answered honestly. He said, needing help is seen by men as personal failure. We feel better about going to someone we see as beneath us rather than someone we see as our equal. And then she says, proof that men only use women when they need a ride or die. Exactly why women should not give a man anything. Thanks for posting this. I have not said this in a while. I haven't said it in a while, and it needs to be said right here. Make these people hold their own nuts. Make them hold their own nuts. Stop doing so much for them. Use that energy, pour it into yourself, pour it into our daughters, pour it into your cousins, your little sisters, pour it into yourself, pour it into your mama that needs some help because she has been doing everything for everyone for too long. Stop making their lives easier. Stop doing it because they do see us as a resource to tap. They tap into us for our time, energy, and resources. And we've got to stop doing that, especially when we as women give, and there's no reciprocity. Women are still fighting for safety, for opportunities, and we're doing this hand in fist by ourselves as women and still trying to help prop them up. But typically, we're not getting the same love and support and care from them. I want women to know and understand that it is perfectly okay to take 17 to 23 steps back and let these men hold their own nuts. They tell us all the time how they work on oil rigs, how they built the streets, how they built cities. Well, that means that they should be able to make their own resumes, write their own reports, make their own doctor's reports. Doctor's appointments. They should be able to handle their own basic life skills because they come to our pages and let us know all the time how much better they are. They're logical. They can do this simple stuff because they typically put the things that are in the realm of the woman as easy things to do. So take a step back and watch them do the things that they need to do. Because far too often, women are stepping in and being the stopgap. Ladies, especially the child-free ladies, don't play mommy when his kids get dropped off at his house. That includes mamas, sisters, aunties. Stop doing those kids' hair for him. Make him pay somebody to get that hair done. Stop doing so much for these people. Make them hold their own nuts. Just like, but I know I'm going to butcher her name, but Bad Hestiva, she says, stop helping these failures. Just stop. Edna says, this is why I've stopped talking to random men. I'm finding most men have no respect for women. I'd rather save my energy for myself and loved ones. Not the same says, how they asking women for help, but do not want to help women. Ladies, do you need any more proof? My homegirl Kat Flan says, I like when they are honest like this, like out loud honest, and not masking their hate with smoke screens. DC Babe says, my father told me to never give a man money. He said that a man should always go to his dad, brother, uncle, friend before ever coming to a woman for help. Even then, he should get another job and get his money up. Black Raven says, isn't it more embarrassing to seek help from someone you consider beneath you? Male logic. Now, coming back to this post right here, where it's talking about a woman built him up. The whole point is when a woman builds someone up and then he leaves her, he gets to be that person that is built up. Fully functional, he already has been shined and corners shaved down and all of that. So he goes out into the world and he's this brand new product. So he doesn't have to be fixed anymore. And that next woman gets that shiny new version of him. And she sees like, man, he really got himself together. That's the reason why you got to let him do it himself. Anyways, go to her page, watch her video, support her. She says she's shadow banned. Now I'm going to segue into this inbox that I got from this woman. She was talking to a husband that's having to pick up the slack at home because typically, the home, that's the woman's realm, right? She says, I work for an insurance company and I set up leave of absences and other types of claims all day long. I always find my calls with men really interesting, especially when it comes to men taking time off to take care of their sick spouses or other family members. I've probably seen it all, from husbands angry that their wives have cancer and they have to miss work, to them being upset that there's a new baby on the way, to many, many men not knowing anything about their family, struggling with children's birthdays, to not remembering how to spell names. I've seen it all. But one of my calls today took the cake. The husband called to take leave because, in his words, taking care of his wife who had a broken bone and running the household is becoming more clear to him that it's a full-time job. He spent the next 40 minutes talking about how it's not fair that she gets to work from home, but he has to take time off to take care of her and the house. He told me he has been struggling mentally and spoke mostly about himself, what he's going through, and whining about how it wasn't fair. He told me what he really needed was to take a vacation for about 3 months where he could focus on himself. She said, I had a mixture of wanting to laugh and boiling female rage the entire call. I asked about his wife at all. I'm sorry, if I asked about his wife at all, it started another 10-minute rant about himself and what he was going through. There's more, but I can't talk about it just in case more details would make it more likely to identify who it was. But this was unbelievable to me. Anyways, love your content. You're helping me with my deconstruction with every video you post. Thank you for what you do. She says, another thing I see is younger men not knowing any of their own information, like social security numbers, hire dates, addresses even. The amount of early 20s men who put their mom on the phone is wild, but women of the same age know everything without asking anyone. Y'all, moms, sisters, girlfriends, wives, stop doing these things for them. Make them flex these muscles themselves, because these dudes are literally handicapped without a woman to come in and hold their nuts. Make them be the leaders that they act like they are. They talk about women's work. They talk about the household stuff as stuff that is easy. But in actuality, all of the things that women juggle, even child-free women, even single women, if you're caretakers, if you have loved ones that you periodically check in on, we do so much. We know so much about our friends, family, the barista up the street that told us some things about the things that she's going through. We hold so much information. We're expected to do so much, even at work, in the organizations that we're a part of. But stop doing things for these peen havers. Make them hold their own nuts. Stop. They are being handicapped because they don't know how to flex that muscle. Like when you sit for too long, or you have to stay in bed on bed rest, many of those muscles atrophy because they're not being used. The reason why women can multitask so much is because we're constantly using these muscles over and over and over. Make them do the same. Ladies, we're going to say it again. In the comments, drop some nuts so you let me know that you hear me. Make them hold their own nuts. And then go over to the Sovereign Woman's page and follow her and watch that video. Actually, watch 3 videos of her. Tell her Bourbon Bougie sent you. All right, y'all, join the conversation. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.